You're still on to TVC News at 10. Well, as we continue our series on celebrating women, this next report shines a light on extraordinary Christian women. And these women stepped into leadership roles in the face of great loss, continuing on the work of their late husbands with faith and resilience. Senior correspondent Ivy Kanu tells their stories.
When Archbishop Benson Idahosa founded the Church of God Mission International in 1968 in Benin City, Nigeria, he ignited a movement that would later define Pentecostalism in the country. His powerful sermons and bold evangelism shaped the faith of many in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. But in March 1998, his earthly journey came to an end. He left behind not just a grieving family, but an entire ministry. Many wondered what would become of his life's work. Would his ministry survive without his presence? But his wife, Archbishop Margaret Idahosa, answered those questions with action. Taking up the mantle, she led the church with faith and courage. 27 years later, she's still standing and still leading thousands in the ways of the Lord. Another pastor is Nkechi Anayo Iloputife. In February 1995, tragedy struck when her husband, Bishop Harford Iloputife, was assassinated. Many thought Faith Revival Ministries would not survive such a devastating loss.
And somebody said to me, nobody gave Victor any chance. They say in 3 years, let us, everything will go. Years after we're here. But that man raised me. He will look me in the face and say, baby, what a man can do spiritually, a woman can equally do.
But she did not let the ministry fade, as she remains at the helm, keeping the church alive and growing. One of the most well-known figures among these women of faith is Reverend Dr. Mercy Ezekiel, fondly called the General. Her husband, Reverend Obiora Ezekiel, founded Christian Pentecostal Mission in 1977. After his passing, she took over the ministry, ensuring that the mission he started did not end with him. Now she reflects on the journey and the weight of the responsibility.
It's not been easy, it's been very tough. Because I didn't know that was what it was. When they say an easy lies the head that wears the crown, I didn't understand. Until when I got into the seat, then I knew it wasn't easy.
We asked her, are there days she wishes her husband were still here to lead?
When he left, I stepped into his shoes as becoming the general overseer. And then when he was alive, we used to share fellowship. When I get back home, I tell him, this is what happened, this is what happened. And but when he left now, there was nobody to tell, this is what happened when I get back home. So it seems the house I was missing his presence in the house.
Reverend Dr. Janet Onolakbo shares a similar story after the passing of her husband, Bishop Kola Onolakbo. In 2012, she found herself leading the Abundant Life Gospel Church worldwide. Today, she oversees 17 branches and continues her husband's legacy through outreach programs, especially for widows and the less privileged.
The men around me believe in me because I've been in this thing even before my husband died. We were together. I was resident pastor of this headquarters church while he was the general overseer of all our churches. So if he's not there, I'm there. So I've been doing it, they are used to me. So it wasn't difficult to continue. And respect is reciprocal. I respect the men, they respect me. We work together in unity, and so I've never really had any problem. You see, why some women will have problems with men is when there's ego and they want to. You need to know that you are still a woman no matter what. And the men have to be given their respect.
For the vice chairman of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Lagos chapter, God's power is not limited by gender.
Sincerely, I have never considered myself a woman. I don't look at gender because I believe that the power of the Holy Spirit is the same in the man and in the woman. So it just depends on you, the way you see yourself and how you yield yourself to the Holy Spirit to help and how you believe in yourself. So I don't look at myself and say, oh, I'm a woman, so I can't do what men are doing. I just believe that I can do what I can do by the grace of God, and I hit the ground running.
Though challenges come, these women press forward because the work of the kingdom cannot stop. Their faith, courage, and resilience serve as a beacon of hope for many, proving that when God calls, He equips. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.